What's up, good people? I had this made at my local mall. Hey, we're going to talk about the stock market today. We're going to talk about what kind of like a forecast of what's going on. There's a lot of craziness going on in the stock market. And I just took down a few notes on my phone and I just thought I'd stop in. After a lot of you guys know I had surgery done on my chops. So I had two tooth removes, and that singular and not plural. Well, they took two of my wisdom tooth out and then I had a root canal done. I'm not going to do the intro today. We're just going to get right into what I think is happening with the stock market, which is kind of crazy. But before we do that, y'all know, if you're new, go ahead and hit the like button, the subscribe button, and the notification bell. But those of you that's been rolling with your boy, just go ahead and hit that like button. It keeps me alive, and I want to appreciate you guys. And I also want to say thank you for 300,000 subscribers. I really do appreciate each and every one of you. I do not take it for granted, all right? To whom much is given, much is required. But let's get into where the stock market is. So one of the notes I took down is the biggest threat to the stock market is rising corporate taxes and personal taxes and the housing bubble. For those of you that remember the bubble, the banking crisis of 2008, we have to understand there are certain things that prop up the stock market and they're tied. The banking industry and the mortgage industry are just linked by the hip. One will affect the other. So the housing bubble, there is a realistic bubble, all right? That bubble does exist. And so, for instance, I saw how much my house is worth right now. I'll be honest with y'all, good people. I wouldn't pay it. And I live here. I wouldn't buy my own house. It is outrageous how much the property values have went up. And these new homeowners are like, I feel sorry because it's a seller's market. But it's going to pop just like stock that are overvalued. Eventually, that evaluation is going to be put on the carpet, right? And so that's why I'm looking for stock that are undervalued and that have gotten sold off, right? So the market the technicals are not making a lot of sense. There's a lot of things that's happening in the market that's not lining up. That's not making a lot of sense. So that's why I was suggesting to you guys in one of my earlier videos to start doing some profit taking, because doing profit taking assures you that you're locking in profit. And I'm also going to say this for the rest of this month. Though a lot of people say, hey, we're in a bull market. Some people say we're heading to the bear market. The fact of the matter is no one has a crystal ball, right? Whatever could happen has happened and will probably continue to happen for the next couple of weeks. OK, so what I'm suggesting and what Larry is doing is I am doing some profit taking, shaving some of my profits and leaving that in cash just in case something happens. Now, having said that, I don't want you guys to be fearful. This is not a time to be fearful. This is a time to be wise in your investments. OK, I follow institutions and the big institutions are investing, but they're being very careful in what they're investing in. So, for instance, where is that at? Okay, today alone, the NASDAQ was about 2% off of its historical highs. The S&P closed today at its new high, and the Dow hit close to its new high on Monday. All right. And so all of these key indicators are knocking the ball out of the park, but your individual stock isn't. A lot of you guys that are listening to me right now, you're going, they're getting all these new highs, the S&P, the Dow, but my individual stock isn't. And so it's a lot of things that are not making sense, especially to you guys that are new. It's just the correlation is not there. And then we got falling interest rates, which is good. All right. But these are some of the things that I've been looking at. as indicators to where we think the market is going. All right. So personally, Larry thinks that rising interest rates, inflation, right? Those are not good things. But I think the two biggest threats to the stock market now is rising corporate taxes, an increase in corporate taxes. I'm glad that the president said that he would listen to someone who could find, they're trying to be at about 25%. He was hitting above 28%, and above 28% is going to be a no-no. So a lot of the analysts think around 25% will be good or below, all right? Because it affects us. And unfortunately, the structure of the stock market is not fair to retail investors. And it's just the way it is. But we have to keep the structure together or the whole house of cards fall and we lose money, right? And so it is what it is, good people. So I just want you to say that, to say this. I'm sorry, I had two teeth pulled, so I'm trying to talk without jacking my mouth up. So the stay-at-home stock, if you're up in the stay-at-home stock, let's say the Peloton, the bikes and the Zooms, those are the type of stock, if you're green, if you got in on that bull run of last year and rode it up, those are the stock, if I were you, I would be thinking about doing some trimming, taking some profits and locking in some profits, because the stock market is looking down the road. And I would take some of that money. This is Larry. Remember, I'm not your financial advisor. Neither do I play one on TV. But what I would be doing is taking some profits from that, and I would be looking at reopening stocks, right? One of the ones that I suggested to you guys was Drive Shack, which is a golfing thing. It has went up nicely since the day that I suggested it to you guys, and watch what happens to it in the next 3 months. Those are the things that you want to look for. Things, of course, we got into Norwegian like 7 months ago, 8 months ago, we got into Norwegian, and I'm did extremely well on that. And I suggested when you guys should have taken some profit taking, and a lot of you guys did. Those are, the cruise lines and even airlines, though I'm not real big on the airlines, but we got to look at stock that are reopening stock now, not stay at home stock now. The stay at home stock now, you're going to probably see over the next couple of months, unless they're in the AI or artificial intelligence. We need to start taking our profits and looking forward. So what I've been investing in is long-term stock 3 to 5 years, right? And those of you that know me know I'm into EVs and charging stations, ChargePoint, Neo, Tesla. And today, actually, I was looking at Fisker, believe it or not. I've never had Fisker because I was EV heavy. But the reason that I like Fisker is I think that market value, it is one of the EVs that is showing that is maybe oversold, right? And the evaluation is closer to the ground than all of these other EVs. And for that reason, and then the technology in Fisker is crazy. The things that it's going to be able to do and they're working on right now is really crazy. We can get into that later down the road. And so I really started getting into Fisker and bought some shares of Fisker. It wasn't one of the really, really sexy, Tesla CCIVs. But as I look into it now, I see a lot of opportunity in it. So as some of you guys know, what I do is I look at a stock, I do my research, and then I'll see what other people say about it. So I was looking at it, and then I actually bought some based on what I thought. Then I searched the internet, and then there again, my brother, the EV king of it all, Stock Mode, did a video on it. And I looked at his video on it, and it lines up with what I researched. And I always, when it comes to EVs, I always learn something from Stock Mode. So there's another point that I'm going to make with you guys. I'm thinking about doing another video that when I was at 100,000, I made a video talking about my top YouTubers that I suggest that you guys also watch. I'm going to do another one. Two of them, y'all already know who they are, but there's some new ones that I've been looking at since I've had this downtime with all of these surgeries that I'm going to suggest to you guys. I'm going to wrap it all up in one video. I'll probably post that video this weekend. So be on the lookout for that. Other YouTubers that you guys should be looking at. And there's some with some low numbers that, I mean, what I mean by low numbers, they don't have a lot of subscribers, but they will, I believe, that they will absolutely positively make you some money because they are sharp. All right. Never judge a YouTuber based on how many subscribers they have, because there's some newbies out of the gate that are sharp. And I've been watching a lot of them this last couple of weeks. All right. I'm going to cut it off right there. I just wanted to talk about the state of the stock market, where I think it is now. I think we should be very careful on stock that we choose, and don't just choose entire industry, but stocks in particular. I think that you should be investing now, be doing more investing especially if you're brand new. If you're new to the investment game, you should only be investing now. Don't try to day trade. That's not your thing. You're going to lose money. And don't try to swing trade. This is not a swing trader's market right now. It is an investor's market, number one. And then if you guys are really good at day trading, then you know how to make those pops. So I made day trading is good right now. I've made some moves, but they're risky. So I'm not going to bring them to you guys. But I would say 75% of what I'm doing is investing and adding to my long-term positions. All right, good people. Listen, I am an influencer with Webull. There's a link provided below. I want you to click the link, deposit $100, and get 2 free stocks worth up to $1,850. What I like about Webull is here in Chicagoland area, I could start trading at 5 a.m. all the way until 7 p.m., which I've been doing. And that is great. And so it allows me, especially if you're a day trader, you need these tools. They are a must. I don't care if you got 2 other brokerage accounts, add this to it. Click the link below, deposit that $100. Lastly, if you are brand new, brand new, I'm going to leave a link on this video right here. I have a secondary page that I am helping to produce. It's called Millennial Money Moves with Nadia. I want you guys to go over there and subscribe. So much free information on how to become a good investor. It is for beginners, okay? Guys, give it to your wives, your daughters. Take their phone and subscribe to it. And if you're listening to me and you're brand new to the market, be subscribed to both pages. I'm going to leave a link right here. It's important. There's a lot of answers to your questions on that page. And then she have a whole thing of Q&As where her and I sit down and we go over a lot of questions that are asked. Q&A, all right? Frequently asked questions. So do that for me, good people. I hope I am not sounding so jarged, so gargled up. I got stitches in my mouth, but hey, your boy is done with the pain tour. I was on a major pain tour, all right? But I am done. I'm getting better now. We will see you guys later. I'm going to start working on that video as always when I tune off. Live, love, laugh, and learn. What's up, good people?